This posture is going to release through the back of the hip, the lower back, through the back of the thigh, and quite possibly into some places where you didn't even know you had muscles. This is an effective releasing posture, but try not to go after the stretch. Just let it come to you. Again, I want your knees to be happy in this posture, so use whatever props and cushion support you need to, underneath the hip and the knee, at the back of the knee, or possibly wrapped around your knee. In fact, you will want to connect to the softness throughout your body when practicing this posture, so try to reflect that in the texture of the props that you are using. With both legs bent, sit on your right thigh on the right side of the mat. Place the hands on the mat in front of you, keeping the width of your shoulders, and slowly start to extend the left leg straight back. As you straighten your leg, aim for the center line of your mat. You might need to place a blanket or cushion underneath the back kneecap to reduce any pressure or discomfort. If you have sufficient natural length through the right hip and the back of the right leg, your torso will comfortably fold forward, square onto the mat. However, if you are feeling a tremendous pull through the hip and the back, wait until the pressure and discomfort reduce before lowering your torso over the right knee. As you slowly lower the torso, observe how the stretch increases and moves through the different areas. The epicenter of the stretch will be the right sitting bone, which is part of the pelvis. So the back of your right thigh, the right glutes, and the right side of the back will likely all feel some degree of pull through them. You can move your right foot forward to a position that helps you engage with the sensation of stretch if you don't initially feel a strong stretch. However, if you know that you are hypermobile through your joints, then please be mindful of overstretching. Hypermobility can often lead to instability, and consistent excessive force is not beneficial for any joint. And remember, you do not need to stay in the posture for as long as I instruct. You can come out at any time that you feel it is no longer therapeutic. The weight through the left side of the posture is what is producing the pull through the right side of the posture. So encourage your left leg, especially the thigh muscles, to stay soft. Your muscles will want to help out by actively taking weight out of the posture, so you need to remind them that you want them to disengage. Keep warmth in the posture if you need to by placing a folded blanket over your lower back and pelvis, and then rest here in this position for another 5 slow but generous breaths. Soften the muscles that are wrapped around your right thigh bone. Soften the layers of muscle through your right hip. And soften around the edges of your sacrum. Feed your breath into your back waist and soften alongside your lumbar spine. Let the chest be soft and feel the weight of the torso drop into the posture. Now take one more breath here. Then with your next exhalation, open the eyes, keeping the gaze soft, and use the hands on the mat to push your torso back up and slowly bend the left leg to bring yourself out of the posture. Your pelvis will now be like cement that is drying, slightly uneven and therefore potentially unstable. So as you change sides, move slowly with awareness of your body, and remember to employ whatever props you need. Sitting on the left thigh, slowly start to extend the right leg back as close as you can to the center line of the mat. Square your hips and torso to the front of the mat with the palms of the hands supporting the weight. Keep the elbows soft so that the shoulder blades can slide down the back ribs, and take a deep breath. As you exhale, slowly start to lower your torso towards the mat, using whatever props you need to support your version of this posture. Remember, everybody will make a slightly different shape in this posture, and you can probably see that I don't move my left foot too far forward. I don't need to, as I'm getting an adequate stretch in this position. But if you need to move your foot further forward to connect to the stretch, then please do so. Or you may prefer not to fold forwards and work the posture with the torso more upright. You are working with your very individual body and mind, so remember at all times to keep the lines of communication open between your mind and your body, and take notice of what is being said without judgment. That is the essence of all yoga practice. Now soften through the right thigh to help draw weight into the right side of the posture. Let the right side of your ribcage drop towards the floor if you are folded forward. Close your eyes so that you can completely focus on the physical sensations produced by the shape of this posture, and maintain a long, steady breathing rhythm. Feed the breath into your back ribs and soften. Soften around the sides of your waist and into your abdomen. Allow the lumbar spine to let go of its tension and soften around the edges of the sacrum. Soften over the left hip crest and into the left sitting bone. Soften the muscles that are wrapped around the left hip and at the back of the left hip. Encourage the muscles that are wrapped around the left thigh bone to release their grip and soften into the back of the left knee. Now take 2 more generous and compassionate breaths in this posture. With your next exhalation, slowly start to open the eyes and bring yourself out of the posture. Follow this posture with child's pose if you feel you need a moment to regroup.